Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada came to America and he began the Krishna consciousness movement in 1966. When he first came, he was hoping to convince leading people in society of the value of Krishna consciousness. But after struggling for almost a year, he was not able to gain such an audience. Then circumstances led to him moving to the lowest, poorest part of Manhattan, New York. And there he began the first temple, and young people started coming, many. And soon he established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Most of these people that joined, they had given up trying to be part of traditional American society. They had dropped out of society. They were not interested in getting a job or position, making a lot of money. And at this time also there was a lot of interest in Eastern religions. So in this way the Krishna consciousness movement spread from New York to San Francisco, Montreal, then London, Los Angeles, and it spread more and more of basically disenchanted young people who had given up or rejected normal society. In this way, the Krishna consciousness movement expanded, and then in 1972 or 73, a person from Manipur who was studying to become a PhD in organic chemistry in California, he met Prabhupada and became very convinced of Krishna consciousness, and he took initiation and received the name Swarup Damodar Das. So Prabhupada had spent years talking to devotees in a very simple way, very rudimentary way, convincing them of the necessity in the human form of life to revive one's understanding and relationship with God and act in that way in devotional service. But here, when he met someone who was actually trained in science, he was very excited, thinking this is the golden opportunity that I have achieved. Why? Because Prabhupada himself said that the whole world today is going in the wrong track. The whole world today is misled. Therefore, everything they're doing is just chaos and disaster. And he said the root of this misleading condition is the Darwin's idea that life evolved from chemicals. He said this theory has made everyone an atheist, agnostic. It has made people not care anymore about God or think that God is dead, there's no God, God is just a mythology. So, how to defeat this misleading theory? By science. Science should be used to prove the existence of God. Instead, science is being misused to create atheism throughout the world. So he wanted this Swarup Damodar go and challenge these scientists. And actually he did once. Once he went to a lecture by a famous Nobel laureate who was talking about how life had evolved from molecular evolution, from chemicals, from molecules. And Swarup Damodar asked him, if I give you the chemicals, all the chemicals you want, can you make life? He said, no, I don't think so. So Prabhupada was very happy to hear this. He said, just see the rascal posing as a great scientist and getting Nobel Prize and saying that life evolved from chemicals. But if I give you the chemicals, he says, no, I don't think so, I cannot do that. Then why you are putting yourself in that position? Become student. You are not teacher, you don't know. Then Prabhupada gave Swarup Damodar all the arguments in a rudimentary way, because Prabhupada said, I'm a layman, I can just give you the ideas, but you put it in scientific terms and defeat their theory. That was his challenge, Srila Prabhupada's challenge. So Prabhupada was so happy to meet someone in a scientific field who he could utilize to make this challenge, that many times, even years later, while giving lectures, he would say, and then there was my student in California, he challenged, if I give you the chemicals, can you make life? No, he said, I don't think so. Just see how they are. So, there are many arguments. Material nature, everyone says Mother Nature. And we are produced coming from Mother Nature. So where's the Father? But the real principle that totally destroys the idea that life evolved from chemicals is when we can understand, because the body is made of chemicals, that is a fact, but when we understand Krishna's first teaching in Bhagavad Gita, that you are not the body, you are the knower of the body and have changed bodies from childhood to youth to old age. Similarly, when the body is finished at death, you will just accept another body. Krishna says, Chaitra, Chaitra, Gyayor, Jnanam, Yataj, Jnanamatam Mama. Real knowledge is to understand the distinction between matter and spirit, between life and matter. Life did not evolve from matter, but life is eternal. Then, however the body may have evolved, life is different from matter. When this understanding is there, then there is true understanding. If people can understand this much, then they can understand that simply the development of more and more better adjustment of material conditions, this is a useless endeavor. If we can understand I'm not the body, then we should understand Janma Mritu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosh Anudarshanam. Krishna says, just see what disadvantage you have. You are eternal with no birth and death, but you accept a body with birth, old age, disease, death. What a great disadvantage. Try to get out. So this is the preliminary understanding. And Prabhupada is very happy to impart this to us. We have taken it a little seriously, and we wish that others would also do in the same way, live happily and peacefully in this world instead of fighting like dogs. Okay, thank you, Hare Krishna.